Hey everybody, it's Charlie Epstein here at the 401k Coach, and I'm pleased to be here with my good friend Adam Whitty, the CEO of Advantage Media Group and author of Book the Business. And today we're going to be actually starting by providing you with a series of videos on how to be an author and the power of being an author. And who better to do that but my good friend Adam, who is an author and an expert. So Adam, what is it about being an author that my community should know about?
Well, let's start with the big idea. I call it the ACE formula. ACE, authority, celebrity, expertise. I want you to focus in on that first word, authority. You can't spell it without author.
Yeah.
First 6 letters of authority. And here's the big idea. I'm going to share a story with you and with our viewers. An author many years ago, he said, Adam, he was in the car business, by the way. He was a consultant to automobile dealers. And he said, Adam, outside of the car business, not a single person knows who I am. But inside the car business, I'm a friggin' rock star. And it was such a great lesson because for you, an advisor, you don't have to be Sue Zorman. You don't have to be Richard Branson. You don't have to be Donald Trump. You don't have to be famous on a global level. You have to be slightly famous. You have to be famous, what I call right where you live. You've got to be famous to the people that can give you money and do business with you. That's the only people that really matter. And being the authority, being the celebrity, being the expert in their minds is what this is all about, and that's what a book helps do.
Yeah, and when I became an author of my first book, Paychecks for Life, you know, my goal wasn't that. My goal was, boy, I wanted to help participants create a paycheck for life. But the fallout, the surprise, the aha moment for me was suddenly people were beating a doorstep to my path. And I can tell you, Adam, when I was with existing clients or prospective clients, and I'd be in a conversation and I'd say, oh, by the way, let me give you a copy of my book. As soon as I said, let me give you a copy of my book, the world, I changed in the eyes of the consumer. My elevation shot up, and I could actually see the transformation happening. And I stopped selling.
Yeah.
I just handed out the book. The book did the work. I sent people off to read it, and they would call up and say, we need to see Charlie right away. We need to take action.
It's a big idea.
It's amazing. So what else is it about being an author? Because you talked about authority. You talked about being a celebrity.
Yep.
What else is powerful about this?
Well, here's another big idea about this ACE formula, and I want all of the viewers to remember this. The higher up in income you go, and that's the goal for everybody watching this, is to raise their income to grow their practice. The higher up in income you go, your clients will pay you for who you are much more so than what you know. Who you are is the big idea. You're an author, you're an expert, you're a celebrity, you're famous to them and you're famous in your community. And when you have that ACE formula working for you, you really become a magnet that magnetically attracts people to you as opposed to being a salesman that's going and chasing after business.
Yeah, and let me give you an example of that because just recently, almost about a year ago, and the point I want to make here is not only will people pay you more, but you will charge more because you suddenly realize your expertise is worth more.
That's right.
And I had a situation with a medical practitioner, and we were going to do some financial planning, and normally our fee was at this level. And I remember being out to dinner with this individual, and I went into the bathroom, and I literally looked in the mirror, and I said, Charlie, you're the expert, you're the authority, you're the celebrity, and she believes that. You believe it too. And I went back, and when I sat down, and she said, so how much does it cost for me to hire you? I tripled our normal annual fee, and she didn't even blink.
Yep.
And by the way, that's changed our fee schedule forever.
It's a big idea.
It's powerful. You also talk about a book versus a business card and a brochure. Tell me about that. I love this.
Yeah, so this really goes back to the whole authority, celebrity, expert formula. And that is, I want you to think, everybody watching probably has marketing materials. They have business cards. You have brochures. You have catalogs or capabilities books that you mail out to your prospects, you mail out to your clients. Now, when they get those in the mail, I want you to think for a minute where they are. For most people, when they open up their mail, they're standing over the garbage can. And 90% of what they open goes
right in the can.
Straight in there. And so you just spent $4 on this beautiful brochure.
Well, more than $4. You spent 6 months of your life
planning,
creating, mapping it.
That's right.
Right?
Printing it, mailing it. You're hoping that when they see it, the angels will appear.
That's right.
And what happens?
Yep.
And here's the big idea. They see it as what it is. It's a sales collateral piece. They feel like they're being sold when they look at it. Whereas when you hand somebody a copy of your book, books are held in society with great reverence, with great esteem. They're seen as independent, authoritarian sources of knowledge and wisdom and information. And so when you hand somebody your book, they don't see it as a marketing tool. They don't see it as a sales tool. They see it as you sharing your wisdom with them. Now, books don't get thrown away. They get put on bookshelves. They get set on coffee tables. They don't get thrown away.
I love what Adam says about we build libraries for books, right? We store books. And I'll share a story with you. Recently, we were on a sales call. It was a sales call. And I was actually with another young advisor. But I had mailed one of my books in advance. Advisor had called up. The book had made it easier for the advisor to get the attention of the business owner. He accepted the call. We made the appointment. But I just remember walking in, and we sat down, and on his desk was a copy of my book. Now, I can't remember any time when I walked into a first meeting and on the person's desk was my business card or my brochure. And I said to him, oh, I see you've got my book. And he apologized. He actually apologized to him. He said, yeah, I do have it. I haven't had a chance to read it. So now I had a choice. I could scold him for not reading it, or I could talk about it. And what I usually do strategically is somewhere in that conversation, that first meeting, when there's an opportunity, I said to him, by the way, could I just see my book for a minute? And we're in the middle of a conversation about his retirement plan, and I opened it up to a section of the book, and I said, well, this is exactly what I've been talking about. So after we're done here today, I would just recommend, if you just do nothing else, read this chapter, and then we'll follow up with you. So the seed is planted, and it's so powerful, and it's so natural, and again, it goes back to that, you're the authority, you're the celebrity, and it's your expertise.
And here's the big idea. What is the value of a piece of real estate on your ideal client's desk? Your brochure, your catalog, it's not going to sit there. It's going to go in the garbage can. But the book, sitting on their desk, priceless.
Yeah, think about that. That's great.
You know, one other point that I'll mention with this whole idea of authority, celebrity, and expertise, we see it day in and day out in society. It's what I call the irrational reaction to star power. Think about how people react to celebrities. People get more excited about Kim Kardashian than they do the Pope or Mother Teresa.
Or my rabbi.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And so the idea of authoring a book and being seen as a celebrity to your people creates an irrational reaction, a positive reaction that your clients and your prospects now have towards you that didn't exist before.
It's powerful. So thanks for watching this video, and we've got a good dozen more, so we'll see you on the next one.